Wrapping it up on SportsBit Weekend Preview Edition. NFL news in the deep dive. Arizona's been horrible so far in the preseason. The GM came out and said we can't just show up week one and expect to win. But how about what the coach and the players are saying, Teddy, as they take on Houston on Sunday?
Yeah, well, let's start with Bruce Arians. He says he expects Carson Palmer to play less than a half against the Texans, and how much of the rest of the starters play will depend on how they perform, but don't expect it to be for more than a half. In other words, some of these coaches, we saw Seattle last night, all their starters back in the field for the third quarter. Not so much for Arizona. Now you look at some of the players' quotes, all right? You say, the Cardinals have looked terrible the first couple of weeks of the preseason. All right, this is a team that has every player on offense who gained a yard or scored a point last season. They're all back. So when you look at the actual player quotes, nobody seems the least bit worried about what's going on and the offense not moving. Carson Palmer, quote, "I honestly don't think about the game. I'm focused on the practices and the walkthroughs and the meetings. You're never going to show your hand in the preseason. We've had 15 reps in preseason games. We've had thousands of reps thus far in training camps. We've had tens of thousands of reps together as a unit. That's enough data looking back at all the plays. Last year's team and so far this training camp. That's where you get your confidence and see what you're made of." So, this is a team that's been outscored 50-3 in its first two preseason games. Here's Larry Fitzgerald quote. What? Yeah, 50-13. Larry Fitzgerald, quote, "The older you get, I hate to say that preseason is drudgery. Obviously, you have to go out and play, but it doesn't mean anything in the standings. The Detroit Lions, then when they went 0-16, they were 4-0 in the preseason." Those are not bet-on quotes from the Arizona Cardinals.
That is a dynamite quote out of Fitzgerald. Money quote there. Now with the Texans, Teddy, huge issues, big problems on the offensive line.
Yeah, and the offensive line issues for Houston, this is something that I think is going to be a bigger deal when the regular season rolls around than it might be right now. Because, look, they just lost Nick Barton. He was expected to start. He's their starting center. The rookie, he's now out for the season. The left tackle, Dwayne Brown, he's not going to play week one, and he may have to go on the PUP list, physically unable to play list. He tore his quad muscle in week 17 last season, and there have been several reported setbacks. The rehab is going slowly, and if he starts on the PUP list, he's going to miss the first 6 games of the season. You have the right tackle, Derek Newton, battling a lingering hamstring injury. So if the season started today, the Texans offense would only feature 2 returning starters, and that is a rarity in the NFL.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts. Shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.